Hi Blender fans, and welcome once again to Blender TC. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Let's begin. Hi Blender fans, and welcome once again to Blender TC. In today's tutorial, we're going to be making these comfy chairs. At the end, we're going to actually add a seamless texture to the chairs so we can get the cloth covered chairs. This really is a quick and easy tutorial. What we'll be using is we'll be using loop cuts. We'll also be using scale. Oh, let me just put my screencast keys on. Making our chair with this cube. Yes, there we are. So in our scene, so this is the default cube. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the quick keys. So G and X will move you. G and X will move you in the X direction. G and Y in the Y, and G and Z from top to bottom. We'll also be using Control Z, 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 which actually undoes everything you've just done. And we'll be using the scale key, S to scale, Control Z. And we'll also be using a thing called the loop cut. So I'm just going to show you that. So we're going to edit mode and let's start the tutorial. Control and R will make a loop cut. Pressing the 2 will actually split it into 3 because we've got 2 loop cuts. Pressing the left click and then the right click will fix them. You can also do this by pressing Control and R and moving your mouse wheel up, which also will actually make the loop cut. Left click and right click to fix. And of course, do the third one, or the third face. The way I'm doing this is I'll just undo that just to show you. You actually select any line, Control and R, move the mouse wheel up, and that actually will do the loop cut along that line. So left click, right click, and we've made something that looks a lot like a Rubik's Cube, but this is what we're going to actually make our chair out of. So I'm just going to actually select all. In fact, now what we'll do is press the tab key and go back out of edit mode. So I'm going to scale by 0.3 on scale, pressing S key, then Z, then type 0.3 on my 9-figure keypad. Sorry for the loud noise of pressing the actual return. So let me move that keyboard a bit better. Right, the next thing I want to do is actually hit the spanner or wrench here, and I'm going to add a modifier, and the modifier is going to be subdivision surface, and I'm just going to increase this to 2, and then I'm going to select the object, right click, and then smooth shade. So now we've got part of our chair. Now what I'm going to do is Shift and D to duplicate this cushion. Press the enter key will fix it, and then I'm going to rotate in the X direction, which is along the red line, by 80 degrees, like so. I'm then going to move the actual cushion, or the back cushion, G and Z, until it sort of vanishes to about there, and then with my middle mouse button, with the mouse wheel held down, I'm just going to G and X, just to G and Y, sorry, just to move it back like so, and I think that's about right. G and Y, just until it vanishes inside itself. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually duplicate the actual seating cushion again. So Shift and D, press enter to fix it, and then again I'm going to rotate that one by 9 along the Y by 90, like so. Looking from the top by pressing the 7 key, and I'm going to go G and X. Move it across until it's to the desired position I want, which is about there. Then Shift and D, G and X, and just move it across to the other side so it's about the same position. This doesn't have to be exact because we are just making our basic chair shape. So there you have it, our chair is finished. All we need to do now is add a seamless texture. So I'm just going to select these all together. So select that face, that object, that object, that object, and that object, and right click and join them all together. As you can see, if we go into actually render mode, we've got something there that looks like our chair, and just make sure I'm in smooth shading mode, and there we got it. It looks like a chair, but it's a bit plain. So this is where the texture comes in. Like I said, this is at the end of the actual video, so hit the little world tab down here, and what we're going to do, we're going to add a image texture to this, and the image texture I have got from Texture Haven, I believe, and if you just put Texture Haven into your browser, you should be able to find it on the internet, but the link is on my channel, and if you go to about my channel, you'll find the link there. So going to the base color, I'm going to hit this little yellow dot here and go on image texture. So I'm selecting image texture, and the image I want to do is one I've downloaded from Texture Haven. So I'm just going to open this. What I've done is I've added the textures on my computer into a favorites. You do this by selecting the point on your computer, and you just press the plus key once you're actually in that folder. So I'm just going to select on that, and what we've got here is a thing called book pattern. Like I said, the link is in the description of my channel, so I'm just going to go into book pattern, and I'm going to actually hit this green. As you can see, we've now got a shiny chair, but that looks pretty naff. I think you'll agree that looks like it's made out of rubber or plastic or something really cheap and nasty, and not cloth. So what we'll do is we'll go into the shading tab up here, and as you can see, just let me shrink this down and then scaling so we can actually see our chair. I'm just going to move this around, so G, same things go. G will actually move things around in here in the shading tab, and what we're going to do is go from the alpha there, put the line to the metallic there, and then we're going to take from the alpha there and we're going to put this into the roughness, which is somewhere down here, and there it is. And as you can see, that's now made something that looks remarkably like a cloth seat, and I think this does cloth very, very well. The only thing is that it's a bit big, and the cloth pattern would be a lot smaller, so then we're going to actually go into the UV editing window like so, go into this little picture frame here and go on bookmark pattern, and as you can see, we've got the bookmark pattern there. I'm now going to actually select my chair, go into edit mode, and then press the A key to select all. Press the A key again while you click on this side, press the A key to select all again, and just scale this up by 5. Once this is done, it's going to repeat that texture pattern over and over, and it does this, gives this a nice effect. So if I come out of edit mode and go into render mode, which is this tab here, as you can see, we've now got what looks remarkably like a cloth, and as you can see, you've got the seam there, so that looks like one piece of cloth, and you've got the seam along there. Same on the arm. If you look on the side here, it looks like there's a seam there, and that just looks like a cloth arm. There you have it. Quick and easy tutorial. If you enjoy my tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for joining me. This is Terry Cassidy signing off on Blender TC, and thanks for being with me. Bye for now.